Previously, we produced a video responding to the suggestion that we dispense with physically printed media as an aid to learning and navigating the night sky, and that we dispense with all our eyepieces, the optical component of a telescope, where one physically looks through the telescope. All of this in deference to a purely digital approach to astronomy in terms of observation and learning the sky. What we see visually through a telescope enhances and informs the spatial learning process. The visual observation of the object of interest completes that learning process. You physically see a telescopically enhanced image of what your eyes see faintly and from a distance. The mystery, the wonder of astronomy is realized visually, even with a modest telescope. What's more special than observing all the great objects of interest visually with that sense of awe, wonder, and mystery? The object not fully seen as would be the case with an image or a photo. The memory and the mystery of that object keeps you hungry to learn more and keeps you coming back to see more. The learning and the experience never fades, where one aspect of the observing experience informs and enhances the other. Albert Einstein famously said, "Imagination is more important than knowledge." When you look at it visually, the object of interest, using your vision and imagination, there's still that mystery that keeps you coming back for more. With this video, we introduce a new program feature here at Astronomy for Change, the mystery and wonder of astronomy. Welcome friends, Dr. Jim Daly of Astronomy for Change here, your host, bringing you this lesson on a bit of science history that isn't widely known. The true structure of spiral galaxies, as yet undetermined into the first quarter of the 20th century, with Edwin Hubble, Harlow Shapley, Heber and Fritz Zwicky making great strides in determining the true nature and distance to these spiral nebulae, was first observed visually in 1845 by William Parsons, the third Earl of Rosse, using his 1.8-meter speculum-mirror telescope in Parsonstown, County Westmeath, Ireland. These objects were often referred to as nebulae or spiral nebulae in the 19th century, and were terms used to describe non-stellar objects before their true nature was determined. Observing and subsequently rendering it in a drawing, the spiral structure of Messier 51, the Whirlpool galaxy, is clearly depicted, as are some of the more luminous O and B class stars in the galaxy's spiral arms. It should be emphasized that this was done visually at the dawn of the photographic era. I still have my very first set of eyepieces and wouldn't trade them for the best digital camera in the world. Why? Because what I see through the telescope visually, like the spatial learning process described above, the visual observation of the object of interest completes the learning process. You physically see a telescopically enhanced image of what your eye sees faintly and from a distance. The mystery, the wonder of astronomy is realized visually even with a modest telescope. Before I was age 20, I produced more than one diffraction-limited set of Newtonian optics, and still have those telescopes today. What's more special with observing all the great objects of interest visually, as described above, is doing so with a set of optics made by your own hands, the memory and the mystery of that object. The learning and the experience never fades, where one aspect informs and enhances the other. And Albert Einstein said, quite famously, imagination is more important than knowledge. And if you take a picture of it, there's no more imagination. When you look at it, there's still that mystery, that wonder that keeps you coming back for more. Okay? This is Dr. Jim Daly of Astronomy for Change. May you come to love the stars too fondly to be fearful of the night. The great philosopher Plato famously said, "Astronomy compels the soul to look upward and leads us from this world to another." Astronomy for Change is a non-profit organization whose mission is to effect positive change through astronomy and science education. It is our belief that by inspiring and empowering current and future generations to become interested and engaged in astronomy and science, this positive change will be realized. If you found this video helpful and educational, please like, subscribe, and share. Also, why not consider supporting us on Patreon? Head over to our homepage, astronomyforchange.org, or support us via PayPal or Patreon. Choose a membership level suitable for you. Every little bit helps us produce the great content and further our mission. Also, why not consider becoming a member? Choose the membership link here, click it, put your name and your first name and your email, and you'll be added to our list. You'll receive a comprehensive digest of all our videos and articles and all our great content. Joining and becoming a patron helps us grow and improve and more fully realize our mission. Thank you. This is Dr. Jim Daly for Astronomy for Change. Until the next video, please stay well and keep looking up.